What's up guys, Joel here, the friendly plumber. We've done it. So we hit our first big goal, 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean so much to me. Honestly, I never expected to get this far that fast. So this is wicked. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the feedback. Really enjoying hearing from you guys. And like I said last time, it doesn't have to all be great. I'm not expecting that. It's just nice to have you guys be involved in the channel and involved in the videos. Slightly shorter video this week, but I'm going to try and put out something midweek because I want to do a little giveaway. So look for that probably on Wednesday. And I've also got a bit of an announcement coming up for what's happening with the business. And yeah, it's all go. So really appreciate you guys. Please like, please subscribe, please talk to me in the comments. I love hearing from you. And I'll catch you on Wednesday. What's going on? We're here this morning in sunny Cookham. Got a call last night from a lady who had gas board out because she could smell gas. They've come, classic toffo. They've just turned up, done a test, 20 millibar drop, so quite biggie. And they've just cut it off and left the lady with no hob. So let me walk you through what we found so far. We've already done a bit of investigation, and then we can show you how we're going to fix it. Okay, found a bit of shade. Look at the state of this beard. Right, anyway, more importantly, so walk you through what I've done so far. So we have in here, so all I've done is taken the oven out, and then behind there is the gas pipe, which is not the best gas pipe in the world, but my understanding, having talking to the tenant here, is that she basically Christmas Day, her old oven literally caught fire, literally went up in flames, and so they put the new one in, but it doesn't, there's no real space behind it for the gas pipe. So when the guy came to fit it, they had to have another gas engineer out who came and rejigged the pipe work. It's in 10 mil, which is not ideal, but I'm not going to start changing everything. As long as I get it sound and it tightness tests fine, I'm quite happy. At least it's in rigid copper. So I've taken the oven out, reinstated the gas and tested it to prove there was a drop, which there was. And now what I'm going to do is just LDF the fittings that I can see, and with any luck we find something. And if we do, happy days, we can fix it, test again, make sure there's no other leaks. The other thing I'm going to do, which lots of people don't, is I'm going to test it once I get it sound, and then going to put the oven in, purge it, and then test it again. I know that's what you're supposed to do before I get some shitty comment from someone, but lots of people don't, because what I don't want to happen is the oven to go back, knock the pipe, and potentially cause another leak. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we're going to try and do this one-handed as best we can. So this is, there you go, leak detection fluid. If you don't have this, just soapy water will do it. So we'll start up top. That looks all right. Looks okay. Nothing there. That, can you, so do you see that there? That's a leak. So you can see it bubbling away. It's just on the connection from 10 mil to 15 mil. So what I'm going to do is just nip that up, and we'll have a look at it, see if it's got a nip. If not, I'll have to cut it out and then put another connection in below. So let's turn the gas off and then have a look. Okay, so all I've done is literally just nipped up that. I couldn't do it on film because it's so tight in here. Resprayed it. And it now looks fine. So what I'll do now is do a quick tightness test on it. See if we've still got a drop. Okay, so start our stabilisation. Oh, And I'm sure you all know that we can already tell that that is absolutely fine, but we will do the full test anyway, because we're like that. And there we go. So we've actually got a 0.3 raise, which will just be temperature differential. So we are happy that that is all done. So we'll put the oven back in, test it again. Job's a good one. You want to talk about schoolboy errors? How about screwing the oven back in and not turning the switch back on? Take it back out again then, I guess. Okay, so that's all done. Did my safety checks on the hob, safety checks on the boiler. Another happy customer, and she just told me that she runs a local review site. So it's a good thing I did a good job, really, isn't it? So that's all done. On to the next one. Right, here we go again. So been called out to this property. See the little plant set up behind me, for the classic water's leaking outside. Well, actually, more often than not, water's leaking inside. Anybody who does this will know we spend our lives with unvented appliances dealing with expansion. Every day I'm dealing with it, and I'm sure you are too. Let me show you what we've got, and then I'll show you how we're going to fix it. So they woke up and they had, you can see the wet patch around there, and this is what we've got. And what happens is, it's all right now, but when it first went, a load of the water would have come out of the top here and run down the pipe. And then what happens is it hits the corner there, and then it comes out. So the first thing I did was check the expansion vessel, and it was absolutely flat. 0 bar in there. Just to clarify, when you're testing these, turn off the water, open the taps to relieve any pressure, and then test it. So I did that, tested that at 0 bar, so I've recharged it with my new favourite toy. I love this thing, it's so good. Put it up to 3 bar and then left it for 5 or 10 minutes just to see if, still with the pressure off, just to see if the pressure drops, because if there's a perforation in the diaphragm, then the pressure will drop, and then I know that that's actually faulty. But it didn't, it held its pressure, so that's all good. The next thing is obviously this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water off. I will open up the taps again, and then we will pull this out and I'll show you what we've got. Okay, do my best to do this one-handed. Okay, so the offending article. I know it's offending because when I blow down that, it all comes out. Now, sometimes, rust on that. Sometimes you can just change this bit. So just come out of there, and you can just change this bit. But what we've got here, can you see that bit right at the top there? It's actually corroded away on the seat. So in that inner ring, you can just see that corroded bit there. So that is never going to reseal. So, went out to our local HPS and picked up a new one. These are actually way more expensive than they used to be. I've noticed recently the cost of these, all these little bits, just going absolutely skyrocketing. I mean, this was 30 quid, which seems a lot to me, but is what it is. You can't do it without it. So what we're going to do is put some lube on here, and then it just pops in there, and then the circuit goes back in. Okay, so pops in there, Clip in. So we've now replaced the PRV and we've recharged the vessel, so fingers crossed. Let's just pop in here and turn this off. Right, now I'm going to turn this on. We got nothing going out the discharge, out through the ton dish. So I'm just going to tighten that nut up, make sure that's all okay, and then that's another one done. What's going on? Right, another little boiler swap today. So we're here today and tomorrow, a few other little bits to do and a flush, obviously. Let me show you what we're pulling out. So this was put in as part of this house was built as part of a development, and I see this quite a lot. The development starts off with nicer boilers, and then as it gets towards the end, suddenly the developers realise they're running out of money and they start putting in stuff like this. So this is coming out. This is a system boiler. We're just draining down at the moment. Fluid through that boxing to that outside wall. So we're going to rip this boxing out. I've explained to the customer what they can do about that after the fact, because it all still needs to be accessible. So draining down, we're going to rip this boiler out, get the flue out, rejiggle the pipe in. We've got a filter in here somewhere. We can use the same condense. We can use the same cold main fill. So a few little bits to work out here and there. So yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, boiler off. People are probably going to ask me why I stripped the internals. I'm on my own and honestly I'm absolutely knackered. So it's easier to strip the internals, and then you saw how easily the boiler came off. So if you're on your own, save your back, just take all the internals out. They're so easy to do, especially if you're not having to put them back in and it's all drained. You just toss them out, it doesn't take long. You can save you a load of aggro and potentially, I don't know, damaging the cupboards or whatever else. Just make life easier. Just lift her off. Right, boiler isn't here yet. Don't know why. I'm going to give them a call in a minute, find out what's going on. So the next job I'm going to do is take this boxing out so that I can see my clear flue run. Then hopefully by that point the boiler will be here. We can get a jig on the wall, work out our pipe work out our flue, and then go from there. And in classic form, not a single clip. Look at that. I'll put some clips in. Just Just clarify a point. No screws, no clips, not sealed. Just unbelievable. And that'll be a warning to anyone buying a new build house. This is not unusual. I'm not saying it's everything or everyone, I'm not saying that, but it's not unusual to have this kind of workmanship. They're thrown in, people are on a price. I get people who've got to make a living, but have a little bit of pride in your work, and I mean, that's dangerous, ultimately, so. It's too hot for this sort of stuff. I'm telling you, well, I'm pressing, but it's still so freaking hot. Right, new flues in, clipped. I've got to seal those holes. Outside I've already sealed and put the rubber on. Oh, whew. Turn this around. Tight, but there we go, there it is. So there's the flow coming out the top. And then the return drops down. It's the best I could do with the filter. It's not perfect, but nature of the beast, because you've got to be able to get it out. No room down the side, no room at the top because of the flue, so that's what we do. Other than that, everything else has pretty much stayed the same. So all I've got left to do is test the gas and then we can fire her. Good, all done for day one. So she's up and running. Still got flue holes to seal, paperwork to fill out, all that sort of rubbish. But yeah, that's done. Back tomorrow.